Hello my friends, HM here. In this video we are going to make a delicious shrimp salad. It's going to be a shrimp salad with some asparagus, if I pronounce it correctly, I'm Danish, and then also some grapefruit that I have over here. And then we are going to make a dressing. You can serve it on top of a piece of rye bread with butter or ordinary white bread like this one. But let's get to it. The first thing we should do is to get these asparagus boiled. And I have a boiling pot over here. I'll just put that down. And they're not going to have long. And then I'm going to add some salt to this water here. I have about 1 liter of water and I added about 7 grams of salt. And now we wait for about 5 minutes. Set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Counting down.
It did it. It's Siri. It doesn't work very well. I'm looking so much forward to Apple getting a serious AI that can answer your questions fast. But otherwise, okay, we have this boiling and we have set the timer. So let's make the dressing. The dressing is half part mayonnaise and half part sour cream. So I'm going to mix it here. So half and half, that will be 1 more spoon of sour cream here. Then we're done. Now we also need to add a lot of pepper, and that was not enough, but I'll bring more in. A lot of salt also. There's also salt in the shrimp, and people can of course also add more salt. I have some pepper that I wanted to use, but I don't have enough of it left. I'm using the last one. It's called Timut pepper. That's German. Maybe it's called the same thing in Danish. It was bought in Germany, but I'm out of it. It smells heavenly of lemon, but it's not this lemon pepper that you can buy in any store. That's just ordinary pepper with some lemon flavors added. This is the real thing. I have crushed a few of them down here, and we're just putting all of it in. It's not as strong as pepper, but it has this wonderful lemon taste to it. And I'll add more pepper here, just to bring a little bit of heat in this shrimp salad, and then we stir. You might wonder why my mayonnaise is slightly green. It's because I've used grapeseed oil when I made my mayonnaise. And I have a video with how to make homemade mayonnaise. It's ultra simple and just take 5 minutes and then you're done. And it can't go wrong. There's no technique there at all. But now it seems to be mixed. I have to taste it. It's great. I would have loved all the pepper to be this Timut pepper, but it's not gonna happen. When you taste it, you'd also love to have more acidity in it, but it's coming with this grapefruit. That will give it all the acidity in it. Next, I'm going to show you how we do these shrimps. Well, basically, I buy some plastic bags with frozen shrimps that are extra large from Greenland, which, by the way, is part of Denmark. A lot of shrimps in the world will come from Greenland. That's part of Denmark. 2 million square kilometers, 1/5 the size of United States of America. So it's a big country, Denmark, when you include all the territories we have. Anyway, let me show you a little trick here that's super important for this. I've already done one bag here, but you need to use your hand here. There's a lot of water coming out with this, and you need to squeeze all this water out that is in these shrimps. Just squeeze it out. It's important for this shrimp salad so it doesn't get floating. You need this dressing there to be as thick as possible. And for that, you need this water to be squeezed out. And I have about 400 grams of shrimps right here. That was it. Let me wash my fingers and dry them up. Now, the other thing about the grapefruit, I've already done the grapefruit. The not so nice pieces are down here, and some really nice pieces are here that I'll use for decoration. But let me show you how I do. That's my asparagus, and I have to do that right now. There is a clock, and we cannot ignore it. I just want to be absolutely sure that they really indeed are done. I can feel they're done. So that's great. Maybe I even should only have given them like 4 minutes. But now they got what they got. Can't undo it. It's not that I do this very often, but they are good. Oh, this one is great. The other one was a little bit too soft for my taste, but this one is still crispy. They need to be boiled, slightly, but not so that they are soft in the meat. Anyway, we'll let that cool down there. And I'll go back to this grapefruit that I'll show you how to do. You basically put your knife in behind the skin here, and then use your fingers to release it as delicately as you can, or without the skin here back. And okay, here we have a nicer piece. Let's put that over for decoration. And you can see the rest here is probably not going to be that nice. because it's really hard to get this off. Okay, so that's how you do that. I will come back in a few minutes when these asparagus are cooled, and then I'll show you the rest of the process. I'm back. Let's finish up this shrimp salad. The asparagus here are cooled, and I discovered when I lined them up like here that these are perfectly boiled. They got 5 minutes. But I should only have boiled the end pieces of my asparagus for about 3 minutes. Then they would have been perfectly boiled. But now they are simply a little bit too much. I can't undo it, but now you can learn from my mistakes. What we have to do now is to cut them in small pieces that are comfortable to have in your shrimp salad. And we just cut them up here. And you can kind of see that they're not quite good. And then we have these. The heads we will use for decoration. And you can see they cut much more nicely through here because they've been cooked correctly. So what we do here is I have my mixer bowl. We'll put all these asparagus up here, and then we pour in all the shrimps. And then we also have all the grapefruit, including the juice, because that will just give the acidity that we want to have in this salad. So next we have our dressing. And we just pour that in. And you know, here I'm going to use this. It's a better tool. Always use the right tool. Makes life so much easier when cooking. So here we go. That's the dressing. And then we just need to mix it. And I'll mix it by simply turning it around here. And this is very, very good. It's not like those shrimp salads you buy in a supermarket that barely has any shrimps in them and is full of macaroni. I don't like that. I really do not. You know, I've tasted it many years ago and never bought it again. This will ruin that kind of shrimp salad when you start doing this. Then you can only like this. Okay, it's done. Give it a good taste. Angels are flying around my head. It's a great salad. Let's finish it in the serving bowl here. You can see how we can serve it. Here we go. So all we need now is some top pieces. How do we do that? I have no particular idea in my head, but probably we should. Maybe I should have bought one more bundle of asparagus that could have gone in it. So 2 bundles of asparagus would probably have been a good idea if I have to criticize my own work here. And then we have these beauties. Some of them are a little big. Let's see if we can distribute them evenly, make it pretty. Let me get my fingers washed. You know, I think this is it. This is this shrimp salad. And as I said, you serve it on top of some nice rye bread or white bread. White bread is probably better for this particular lunch dish. And some butter. Okay, but that's it for this time. I hope you like my video, and I just wish you a good life in freedom and democracy. Goodbye.